What's up, fellas? It's your main man. Back on the scene with another video. Director of next Star Wars film says her goal is to make men uncomfortable. I have two clips queued up. One where she actually said that, it's about 8 years old. And a newer one from Midnight's Edge. So we're going to check that one out second. Let's check this out right here. We're going to check out these two paragraphs, and I'm going to go to the clips. If I'm Kathleen Kennedy, then I have no choice but to fire Obey Chinoy. No offense to the filmmaker, but we're just 3 days into the new year, and she's turning into a PR nightmare for Disney and Lucasfilm. Star Wars fans, the crazed, hyperventilating kind, and there are millions of them, are already scarred by the last trilogy, spearheaded by Ruin Johnson's full assault on their childhood. The last thing they want is to hear Obey Chinoy saying that her goal is to make men uncomfortable. DOA.
Hey, Sharif, that motherfucker dead. He dead, man. Fuck that. Let's go.
Let's check this clip out right here. And what's his name? John Stewart. He's up there shucking and jiving, selling out the brothers, man. If you train the fellas kissing these women's behind. Let's check this out. I got this at 1.5 speed, guys, so it's going to be a little quick. And I got to stop because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, so let's do it.
You are watching the lessons of, and it's a dramatization of the lessons of it as an activist and an artist. Do you...
Activists. They need to stick to marching and stuff. Stay out of the movie genre. Stay out of the sci-fi fantasy. You can make any other kind of movies, but the sci-fi fantasy stuff, stay out of it.
You make that calculation. Who is my target? You talked a little bit about, I want women to watch this, and I want them to feel empowered, and I want my daughter to have heroes. I couldn't help but notice a thread through each of these, that the men...
Well, in Star Wars, what was wrong with Princess Leia? She was a kick-ass chick. She got the first kill of the protagonist.
One, set for stun.
But I don't think they actually watched this stuff.
Men were assholes. And I'm
Just sucking up to the broads, man.
wondering, as one of them, what is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And
DOA.
is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Not you.
See, the rest of the broads out there eating that shit up. And they're not going to spend not one goddamn dime on this goddamn movie. But they'll cheer it on. So let's check out Midnight's Edge. Gotta go back.
Being a WEF affiliate, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy has appeared in hours upon hours of recorded discussions and interviews that are just waiting to be discovered by the Star Wars audience. All such WEF-affiliated talks are both shocking and repugnant in equal measure to normal people, though quite revealing as to the mindset of our self-appointed betters, and in the case of Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy,
Meaning the extreme left.
of what defines her as a filmmaker, however accidental a filmmaker, as we can see in this clip found by Anna, that Star Wars girl.
At the heart of everything, I am a story.
So let me stop this right. You can see she's a little older here. 'Cause the other clip was from 8 years ago. So this is more recent because she looks a little older and you can see the gray in her hair. So she hasn't changed a bit. She's still on the, you know what, brigade.
storyteller and an activist. And my body of work over the last 20 years has been guided by my activism, and every single piece of work that I've ever created has a piece of activism in it. It could
You hear that? She's obsessed with that shit, man. God damn. Everything you do has to be about your political beliefs. Everything. This is your next Star Wars director.
Oh, the pain. The pain.
be very overt or it could be covert, but it is there. And I think that as a storyteller, I'm not sure if all of you know this, but I'm not a trained filmmaker. So I never went to film school. I went to Smith College and did my undergraduate and studied economics and political.
Hear that? Everything she does is about politics. And she has no credentials to helm a sci-fi fantasy franchise.
Science like a good Pakistani girl. And then I did my graduate studies, but also in international politics. And so I am an accidental filmmaker.
You hear that? Everyone who dutifully went to film school at great cost, learning the skills to become a director, but who never got a shot at it. So now you're doing something else entirely? Well, as it turns out, you chose poorly. Instead of wasting all that time learning filmmaking, you should have just become a man-hating activist instead, because then maybe Kathleen Kennedy would have thrown a $200 million movie your way. Turns out.
There you have it. Because that's what it's all about. Man-hating. They're trying to take Star Wars from men. You know, the guys, the people, let me not use any pronouns. The people who spent the money that made the franchise what it is, they want to take it from you and give it to the lovely ladies. Good luck. This hasn't been working, and it's not going to work this time either. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Is this DOA? Because it looks like it's DOA to me. Drop a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you fellas in the next video.